Hi guys, welcome to another video in the Python tutorial series. In this video I'll be showing you guys how to implement functions in Python. So first off, let's get started with the syntax. So you need to type out def, and then after that you'll type in the name of the function. So yeah, you can choose any name for the function, and for this purpose I'll use a function add, and then I'll put parentheses after that. So in this case I'll be making a function that would add two numbers, so obviously I would need two numbers. So let me just define those two numbers as a and b. So you might notice that I have not given the type of these variables, whether they are integers or strings. Well, yeah, obviously they are integers because I need to add them, but how does Python know that? So Python decides the type of the variable on the go. So yeah, we don't need to worry about that. And now after I've finished passing in the parameters, I need to pass in a colon, and then after that again the next line specifying whatever I need to execute within the function has to be indented. And yeah, you can use tabs or spaces for that purpose. So yeah, now coming to the implementation of this function. So what I need to do is add two numbers, a and b. So let me just store the sum of two numbers in the variable c. Now I need to print the answer, which is c. Now the next thing we need to do is learn how to call the function add. So it's very simple. All you need to do is type in the name of the function and then pass in the parameters. In this case, let me just pass in 10 and 20. So let's see if that works. Yes, when I run it, 30 is printed. Now let's say I don't want to print the answer directly. I want to store the answer into a variable d over here outside the scope of the function. So how do I do that? So what I need to do for that is I need to return the value c from here instead of printing it. So for that, what I can do is return c. So yeah, now again all I need to do is just bring this line up and store whatever is returned by this function add into the variable d. So now all we need to do is print d. We would again get the same output, which is 30. Now another thing in functions is that let's say I have a ton more parameters here, and sometimes it gets hard to keep account of the order in which you have to specify the parameters. What if I am using b as a string inside the function and a as an integer and some other variable as another thing, a list or something? So I need to keep the order of parameters that I pass in mind. Now what if I don't want to do that? For that, what I can do is I can just specify that a will be equal to 10 and b will be equal to 20. Now it doesn't matter that I've mentioned a first or b first. Whatever it is, the value of b will remain 20 regardless of the order in which I mention it. Okay, so that's a pretty handy feature in Python. So now just for the sake of practice, we'll define another function. And what I want this function to do is basically print all the elements of a list that I'll pass to it as a parameter. So yeah, let's just remove all of this. I need to define the function and let's just name it print all. And here I'll take in the parameter my list. So now here I'm supposed to print all the elements. Now in the last video I had shown you how to iterate over a list and print all the elements. There were two ways. I'll implement the second one that I'd shown you in the video. So for that, for I in my list, and then I print I. That's all. So now to call this function, I need to do print all, which is the name, and then here I can pass in a list. Let's define a list here. Temp list is equal to, let's say I have 1 2 hello there. So now here I need to pass it the list, and yeah, as you can see it prints 1 2 hello in there. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.